Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson, and today we're going to do a wander around body augmentation, surgery, being trans, what it means to be into having some kind of body augmentation. Is it something worth being shameful about? Should you have shame? Are you vain for wanting to have it? All of these kinds of considerations and things we're going to explore today. This is going to be a wandering episode where we kind of go with the flow, kind of a tea time episode where you can get your cup of tea, sit down, relax, chill, and let's have a thoughtful conversation. And at the end of this video, I hope that you'll feel better informed, more opinionated, and perhaps smarter for watching and considering and thinking about your own stance on surgery as well as body augmentation and what you think. I don't know if you've already noticed, but my lips are a little extra big and they're bruised because today, for the first time ever, I've tried getting some lip injections and my lip hurts right now. It's a bit beat up. You can see it's pretty big right now, and hopefully the swelling will go down over the next 14 days. So we'll see how that goes. And that's had me thinking about that. Along with, check these out, Ashley Adamson now has glasses. This is so ridiculous. I don't know if these glasses look good on me. I like these glasses. But I've been kind of just struggling with like the way that it makes my face look and if it's okay or if it's not. I feel like I look better without glasses. I was hoping to get like some kind of sexy, educated girl look, but I don't know if I'm achieving that. I was told I look like a kindergarten teacher by the guy that I'm seeing. So there you go. What do you think? So body augmentation. Today I was in the, I went to this lip place and I started talking to them about my medical history, and I said, oh, you know, like I've had cranioplasty surgery, I have my forehead. Yes, I do have implants. I have implants in my cheeks and I have implants in my boobs. I'm about to have my chin done in March. And as I was recounting this to the lady, I had a sudden just, wait a second, like, am I this stereotype that I imagine this person that is obsessively going out and getting all these augmentations and changes to who they are so that they can look more beautiful? Am I that person who is chasing this beauty? Have you asked yourself these kinds of questions? Like, are you chasing beauty standards? Are you feeling superficial for wanting to look better? Do you feel guilty for the idea of wanting to have some kind of surgery that's going to make you look better? Are these things that are kind of like, you know, like something that you're trying to find your balance with, something that you're trying to solve that cognitive dissonance, as they call it, the dissonance between two thoughts? One being, I want this thing because I think it'll make me feel good and look good. But then the other one saying, well, you know, maybe it goes against your principles, or people are going to say things about you, or maybe others won't approve. And that's kind of like something that I think a lot of women, and especially trans people, get some form of policing around what we want to do to our bodies, or how we want to look. When I was saying that I was going to get facial feminization, a lot of women and trans women and, of course, men said, but you're beautiful, you look great as you are. And I acknowledged, thank you, but you don't see what I see. And what I saw was actually a future me, something that I wanted, that I dreamed of. And I think that's kind of like where my drive for body augmentation comes from. It's not actually to just look better. It's that I have a vision for who I am meant to look like, and I can feel that, and I'm just trying to solve it. And right now, the remaining part of that is this area. So I've experimented by getting the lip injections. I think I got like 12 lip injections, like 6 on each side and like a couple down here. And yeah, it's not as bad as getting a laser hair treatment. But it kind of like comes back to this thing of like, am I a superficial woman and am I just chasing something? Have you ever said that to yourself? I immediately respond to that statement and say, well, am I superficial for pursuing? And maybe I should phrase this for you. Are you superficial for pursuing what you want so that you are happy? And are you superficial to state what you want, to claim it, and to not hide the fact that you want it? You could argue that those that are most superficial are ones that secretly want it, won't admit it to themselves, and won't admit it to other people that they want to look a certain way. And that's kind of like, I think where I kind of stand is just being authentic. Like, I am who I am. I've made it very clear to the rest of the world, this is who I am, and this is what I like, and this is what I want to pursue. Now, I'm trying to keep things tasteful. Once this swelling will go down in about 14 days, my lips should look within normal range, but they'll be bigger. I hope that's the case. I'm trying not to go for the bimbo Barbie doll look, though. Though that might be fun for a day. I just don't want it for 6 months, you know? And now I'm just thinking about sex. So yeah, and then I got these glasses, right? So putting on these glasses, these are my first pair. Putting on these glasses is also a form of augmentation. Now, it's not implanted into my body, but if I got laser surgery and I got cornea surgery, then suddenly I'm augmenting my body, and that's a permanent change. That's obviously a productive thing and has a productive output. So of course people approve to that, and everyone says everything's fine. So where is this like little line here where people say it's not fine to get certain kinds of looks and certain kinds of things when it's for aesthetic, making you happy, but then when it's functional, everything's fine? Where do you stand on that spectrum, and what have you heard from other people, and how's that affected you? Coming back to kind of my own opinions and thoughts on this, I think the stance that I've taken is do what makes you feel empowered. Do something that is worth it to you, and as long as you're not spending your money just willy-nilly and just throwing it down a hole, I think it's okay. I'm not going to try and do another cranioplasty or another like eyebrow thing or get additional cheek implants. I'm really just kind of working my way down. That to me is fine. I have a lot of upfront costs, and God, it's so expensive being trans for me. I know that it's totally fine from an education perspective. It's totally fine to not have any surgeries. It's totally fine to not do HRT. You're valid as a trans person. Even if you sometimes don't feel like you are trans, like if you go, oh, like maybe I'm not a woman or maybe I'm not a man, that's okay to have those thoughts too. That doesn't mean you're not trans unless you have this permanent sense of, actually, I'm wrong, this is totally not me. But for my trans experience and for many others, there is doubt, and it happens over a long period of years. So, you know, that's kind of a digression. Where was I? I think I've lost track of where I was. So we'll just kind of close it up there and just kind of say, like, I think that when you're thinking about surgery, if you're thinking about you are being superficial, and if you're thinking about like, oh, I'm on the fence about this, ask yourself, will it make you happy? Will you feel happier for it? One of the things that I underestimated was how much getting breast surgery affected the way that my body looked, and it's made me so much happier in what I wear. I feel so much sexier, and I feel so much more attractive. And it's become an additional experience in the bedroom, and it's a added service that I give to the people that I date. Value added service, cha-ching. And for my face surgery, it was like, yeah, I'm putting a Mercedes-Benz into my body. Like, I could have bought a Mercedes-Benz with the cash that I put up on this. But what does a Mercedes-Benz do? Like, within a year, it depreciates in half of its value. I'm gonna get a lot more mileage out of this, and I feel so much happier because I see someone else in the mirror. I no longer see that person that I've been stuck with my entire life. I think that the expenses of being trans are very high for me, and I kind of say this oftentimes, that being trans is sometimes life on hard mode, and it's also life in a more expensive domain, because to just meet my needs, I have to take care of my body, I have to pay for my body because this is what I want to celebrate and embrace who I am. And I could have invested that in some other things that could have grown my my exponential wealth over, you know, compounding time. But what is money? Like, what are you ultimately going to spend it on? Are you going to spend it on just like things? I try not to spend it on much. I buy used clothes. My apartment is not super fancy. And I really just save for the big expenses, like moving. I'm moving. There's no more closet here. And I'm going to be gone in a few weeks. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. And if you would like to support me and the videos I make multiple videos a week. And if this is something new here, please feel free to like and subscribe. Share this video with others. And I'll see you in another video. I have to burp. Bye.